Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back. You're here with me, Shapeless, aka the Game Tamer, and we're back in Gigantic once again with a character tutorial about our good man Ezren Ghal, the hefty DPS caster who can really put some pain on bitches. I mean, he can hurt some people. I like this guy. I like him a lot. Alright, the skills are Soul Caliber. Medium range attack that deals modest damage. Gains 1 soul and 50 health on hit. Maximum 3 stacks. Souls start to dissipate if not gained for 5 seconds. Okay. Soul Fire. Medium range projectile that deals hefty damage. Cost 1 soul. No cooldown. Very good, right? See? Our basic attack and our main damage spell work off of each other, and there's no cooldown on either? Okay. Q. Plus 35% damage reduction. Very good. Can pass through enemies. Also very good. Deals damage to enemies around you. 50 damage every third of a second. Also very good. Using skills and spectral form orally. Okay, it lasts like 6 seconds. No, for 4 seconds. 4 seconds. That's pretty good. 4 seconds. 50 damage every third of a second. That's 150 damage every second. You're doing 600 damage over the duration of this damn thing. That's not bad. And you get damage reduction? Shit. Okay. Then we got the Well of Souls. Targeted area after a short delay deals damage and immobilizes enemies for half a second. I'm sure you can probably up that. Like, no problem. That's real good. Alright. Then we have our Focus, which is steal health and souls from nearby enemies. After 2 seconds, perform a final blast in a radius that deals heavy damage. Alright. Let's get in there. First of all, this dude looks pretty crazy. He looks like something straight out of like what is it? Like Nightmare Before Christmas. Something like that. Something in that aspect. Alright, let's get to the abilities. Now, we have Unholy Communion, which on hit also damages and steals souls from nearby enemies. This is actually really good if the enemy is going to be stacked on top of each other, 100%. Like, obviously, you know, oh, wow, way to go, Shapeless, that's like point blank, that's obvious. Yes, I get it, it's obvious, but I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to tell you guys the situations in which this is good. It's my job. Don't take that from me. I work hard. Soul Survivor! Gain more health with each soul. We get from 50, 60, and 70 health. So we're getting double each one, I think. No. You take this, you immediately get double your normal. So you're getting 100 health per soul. Flat. Then, when you upgrade it again, you're getting 110. Then, you know, maximum 70 health percent. But bam! Easy. Easy peasy. From Unholy Communion, which is the AoE spell, we have hitting 3 enemies deals double damage. Plus 75. This is really good. It's real solid. If you're able to hit multiple people constantly with your basic attacks, fucking go this route, dude. But most of the time, in all the games I've played, probably not going to be the most practical route. Probably not. It's a good one. If you run into this situation, go down it, 100%. Then we have Renewing Communion, which I tested out a while, and it's actually really good. Now, as you can see, this is your Q, which looks awesome, by the way. But the cooldown's 15 seconds, and then the cooldown on your root is still, 20 seconds. And as you guys know, early game, it's not very easy to get your cooldowns going. Well, what's this? What's this? Renewing Communion with 3 souls. If you have 3 souls and you are not using your right click yet, you can just keep smacking people, and every single one you hit reduces those cooldowns by another second. You're throwing these things every... Probably, let's see. Probably about every half second or so. Maybe a little under that. But either way, you're throwing these things every half second, so you're getting an extra second back every half second you cast something. So you're gaining more back doing this than you would just by sitting there, obviously. But like, you're gaining like twice as much back. It's great. It's great. I know I'm speaking in a lot of general terms here and a lot of like, oh well, common sense knowledge. But like I said, it's my job. Alright, now from Soul Survivor, we have with 3 souls, you gain increased health by 100. So here we go with another like Renewing Communion sort of aspect, where by continuously using stuff after you gain that 3 soul maximum, continues to give you great benefit. If your team's not going to be sitting on you, this is definitely the way to go. If you don't have a healer and you do need that sustain, even if you have a healer and it just seems like you're never around them or they're not really paying attention to you per se and they're more trying to focus on the tanks, go this route. You won't die as easily. You got a damage reduction. You got another thing that gains you health off the ult. Boom, you're good to freaking go. Now, if you want to go the damage route, and let's go, I'm a man of damage. Gaining 3 souls grants plus 10% damage to your right mouse click, Soulfire. This is probably going to be your way to go if you've got a healer that's on your nuts and you want to put out the big deck Depis. You put out the Depis. This thing hurts. So honestly, meta choice is going to be Soul Survivor into Soul Invictus. Now then, for our right click, which as you can see here, I will gain a stack or 2. Oh, if I can hit something. As you see, I get one of these little blue things right off, like right down to the lower right hand of my cursor. As you can see, they go away. You can get up to 3 of those, which you can then use with your right mouse click to deal a very large amount of damage. As it says, heavy damage works really well. Now, as you see, it doesn't have a cooldown. I can hit right click all I want when I don't have charges, and it will not give me anything. His range is pretty moderate. As you can see, it's not too bad. But overall, what was that? Oh, but anyway, overall, he's very good with his range still. Now, for the right click, we have Salt the Earth. Explodes on environment and direct enemy hits, dealing damage to nearby enemies. This is another route you would go, say, if you have the other AoE route that you get, which gives you if you hit somebody, it explodes, and if it deals more people, you get more souls. So you get back to souls faster. And then you could go the route for the route for cooldown, and then you're just casting your other 2 spells more often. Or we have each Soulfire attack deals more damage than the last when used in succession. This is your damage go-to if you're just gonna find people and try to be getting damage out. If you know they're gonna be stacking next to each other, go Salt of the Earth, go the other AoE route. Do that. I'm not saying don't, because it will reap benefits in the long run. Then we can go with Soul Decay, which is affected enemies are slowed. This is really good if they have very mobile people like Mozu, like really annoying people like Mozu. If there's an Amani that you can actually touch with this character, then I would say slow her as much as possible, because she will get out of there as soon as you notice her. Then we have Death's Reach, where the area of affected is increased 2.5 meter area. That is a very large. It's a very big explosion. And for AoE damage, that's the way to go. 100%. Meta choice for AoE. Salt the Earth, Death's Reach. Bam. CC, Salt the Earth, Soul Decay. Because now you're providing more help for your team. But if we want damage, we know we want damage. We can go Growing Dread, which deals more damage than the last when used in succession, or we have an interesting way, Ghostly Flames. Projectiles pierce enemies. If people are stacking around each other and you didn't go the AoE route, you can go Ghostly Flames if people start to stack. And you can start to get this wave effect of doing a lot of damage to multiple people. And it hurts. It can really hurt. Or we go Storm of Souls if you really get that like 1v1 pressure and you just want to beat the shit out of people. Damage that increased even more for each successive attack. Up to, I think, 30%. That's pretty dumb. So overall, I would say probably go with Growing Dread into... We're going to go with Storm Souls just to see like what kind of damage this can really do. Because I haven't tried that yet. Now we're going to Q. Dealing damage to nearby enemies also heals you for 25 per hit. That's pretty freaking dope. That's pretty nuts. You're getting 25 health every third of a second now, which means every second you're getting 75 health, which is just as much, if not more, than you're getting from this, even if you go the health route. That's ridiculous. That's awesome. His self-healing is retarded. Or we have Spectral Haste, which is 25% movement speed while using Spectral form. If you're trying to peace out of people and people are chasing you down, way to go. If you're in the mix and you can feel like you can be in the mix with this character, because sometimes you really can. You go Grave Danger, 35% damage reduction. You're just chilling in the middle of people weaving around, fucking dealing damage to people, sitting on them pretty much. And you're just getting your health back, just chilling. Just freaking chilling. Just don't hit any buttons, because you will get butt murdered. Murdered. Now then, Spectral Insight with 3 souls. I'm seeing a trend here. Activating Spectral Form restores 50 stamina. Okay, I could see how that could be cool. Can you sprint with this active? Oh, you can! Holy crap, you can actually sprint with this active. So, say like you're running away from somebody. And you're losing stamina. You're losing stamina, you're losing stamina, you're losing stamina. You're almost out of stamina. Boom, hit Q. Now you're faster, and you regain stamina. So if you really need to peace out, Spectral Insight's the fragging way to go. Activating Spectral Form breaks, stuns, and grants disruption immunity for the duration. That is, everybody is pretty baller. And honestly, for your damage route, it might... Yeah, it's definitely the way to go. If you're trying to keep doing damage and you need to be on people, definitely go Will of the Wisp, because you just can't be stopped at that point. You hit Q, you're able to move through everybody. Oh, well, I mean, unless you hit shift a direction, and then it just, you know, kind of screws you up. But, you're able to move through people, move on top of people, and not be stopped during the duration. So if you get hit by a stun, or if you're in a stun area, you don't give a fuck. You just don't. You're like, F you, dog. F you, Margrave. I don't care if you jumped on top of me. Go get yourself. Now then, the healing route. Beyond the Grave. Killing an enemy with Spectral Form heals you for 400 health. That could be pretty dope. Doesn't seem amazing, but it could be. Or we have healing from damaging nearby enemies is increased to 40 health per second. That's really good. That is honestly a way to go. If you want to do damage and you don't feel like you need this because they don't have a lot of CC, then I would say go dealing damage to nearby enemies for healing, and then Touch of Evil. Because I'll tell you, if a trip is on top of you, hit Q, sit on top of her. Resit on top of her. Say, that bitch, and sit on top of her. We're going Grave Danger, Touch of Evil, baby. That's what we do. Now then, Soul Burst. Steals souls from enemies hit and heals 50 health per stolen soul. That's pretty cool. Or we have Immobilize lasts longer. Purges enemies hit. That's pretty dope. Which removes buffs. That sucks. And then with 3 souls, curse enemies instead. Denies buffs for 2 seconds. Well, I don't know. I think purging buffs would still be better. So that's like a toss-up. It's like if you need to curse people, make sure you get your 3 souls. Boom. Now they don't get any buffs. Or we have Immobilize lasts even longer, but skill cooldown is increased by 5. Probably not the way you want to go, because the increased cooldown on it is already 20. So unless you go the route for your Soul Caliber, which reduces cooldowns, I would not say going this option is good. Soul Burst, however, is probably your way to go, and honestly would be the way I want to go. Stealing additional souls from affected enemies could be every 2 seconds, which has a 4-second duration. So that could be pretty good because it gives you extra souls. So like if I hit 2 people, I could go to max souls almost immediately, which would be great because then I can just start spamming this shit. So that would be pretty freaking cool. Or we have Frailty Well, which they do less damage to you. So if you're having a real problem with the trip and the 1Q range doesn't, strike your fancy, drop an E on top of yourself, boom, now she's doing less damage to you. Start dropping the dick on her. Start dropping the deeps and do what you want. But I think I'm going to go steal additional souls. I think that would be the meta pick, just because you can keep your range and still get more souls without having to get in that effective mid-range. Now, for our passives, we have killing an enemy with Soul Fire restores 1 soul and heals you for 150. Probably the way to go. And during class, you get an additional 300 health. Dope. We have Spectral Form, which grants 50% damage reduction. And during clash, it will restore 3 souls. So hitting this not only would give you 50 damage reduction, but also give you 3 souls. So you can be like, boom, boom, boom on your right click, Q up, sit on somebody, come out, boom, boom, boom on the right click. Like, that's strong. That's real strong. Or we can have Well of Souls affect a larger area. This is up for grabs. This is like if you have wide open areas and really need to get that CC in. But I don't know. I usually like going these ones because I like CCing multiple areas, like large areas. But the area on this is already pretty big, so you don't have to worry too much about it. It's actually pretty good. So I would honestly say go Spectral Form or Death Grasp. I think that the way that I would want to go would probably be... Killing an enemy with Soulfire would probably be the normal way to go, but I think that the Spectral Form, being 50% damage reduction, could be super good. So let's get to our alt, finally, and get to Bloody Minded, immunity to weakness, recover from daze twice as fast, or plus 10% basic attack damage against foes with less than 50% health. Obvious damage route, Killer Instinct. 100%, don't worry about it. Then we'll go into even further. We can go Hardy for the degen resistance, or the degen resistance after focus, or plus 20% self-healing when out of combat, your health returns faster. You already have really good in self-healing, so honestly, you probably don't have to worry about this tree almost at all. Let's go Killer Instinct. So Will to Power, plus 10% damage and front damage reduction after using focus. That's good, because it does last until you die, but so does this in a sense if you're getting multiple kills. So you get plus 10% speed if you kill somebody and plus 10% damage. So that's almost the immediate way to go. So let's see what's going on here. So let's see how many souls we can get from that thing. Alright, we only got one. Okay. I don't know why that gave me 4 that time. God, that does a lot of damage. I actually want to see how much my other thing, dude. Let's see. It's actually a lot of damage. Damn. That's a lot of friggin' damage. Alright, let's get our things up, and we'll see how much damage we can do to this guy. So we saw kind of how much damage we did to him earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this. Alright, we're going to get our 3. Holy shit! Holy crap! That was a lot of... Holy crap. If you get one of those 4 triggers on your freaking, like, Soul Blast nonsense, that's retardedly strong damage. Now, I want you guys to see the alt range. Look at this bullshit. Look at that. Boom! Look at that damage. Look at that. God. This man is going to be super cool, and honestly, I can't wait to get my hands on him. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, because I really enjoy this guy, and I really think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing him. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I apologize for the length and duration of this, but thank you all for watching. Don't forget to whip that like and sub button into shape for me. Also, you can catch me on Twitch. My Twitch will be in the description and comments section. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to, once again and as always, stay tame. I'm going to attempt to do the same, and I'll catch you in the next one.